Welcome and deploy Django projects on DigitalOcean. In this simple course, I'm going to teach you how to deploy Django projects in the DigitalOcean. First, we're going to start by developing a simple blog. Let's take a look at the blog. This blog, which we can see post and post detail page. Only two pages for post and the post detail. It's just a simple blog. And this is the admin, we can add posts and so on. Just a normal Django project. Then we're gonna learn how can we create a Django project or Django DigitalOcean account. Sorry. So we're gonna learn how can we create a DigitalOcean account. Then we will create our droplet, and we will learn how can we set up our droplet, install the Django, the virtual environment, the Apache server, and so on. Then we will learn how can we set up Apache for Django and connect both of them together. And we're gonna see the final result. This is our blog in the IP of the server, and we can navigate from one blog, from one post to another, and so on. And this is our admin page on the DigitalOcean. We will learn also how can we set up another kind of database like PostgreSQL or MySQL instead of the PostgreSQL. We will start from scratch. We will learn everything from creating a simple Django project to uploading this or deploying this project to DigitalOcean and so on. There is an article on Medium that I'm gonna follow. It's my article actually, so you're gonna follow the article with me. You're gonna find this article link in the description notes. And if you face an issue, leave it in the question section. See you. Hi, so in this video, we will create our virtual environment and we will install Django and create our project. So first of all, let's open terminal. I'm gonna assume that you have Python already installed, but we will go along the process of creating a virtual environment and so on. So if you have any errors or if you faced any issues in this process, it will be easy for you. So first of all, I'm gonna go to my working folder. So I'm gonna move to the desktop, then dev tutorials. So now this is the folder I'm using for my projects, and I have also many projects in here. So first of all, I'm gonna create a virtual environment. So I'm gonna say Virtualenv-b, which stands for the Python version. So we're gonna say Python 3.6, and we're gonna also give it the virtual name. So let's say DJ plug, which stands for Django plug. So let's hit enter, and let's open this folder. So we have the DJ plug. Okay, so this is our Django plug, and it's being installed. It will install the Python, the setup tools, the pip, and so on. So as we can see here now Python executable in, and this is Python 3.6 as we did in our command, which we set Python 3.6. Okay, so let's open this folder now, and we have three folders: the bin, the include, the lib. And if you are running Windows, actually the commands will be different, but I'm gonna leave a link in the lecture notes, which teaches you how to do this in Windows. And if you are using Linux, it's almost the same commands. And here we are. So now the installation is done, and we have the bin, the include, the lib, and this lib self-check JSON file. So now we've just created our virtual environment. So let's open this virtual environment. I'm gonna clear the screen, and I'm gonna say cd dj plug. So now if we type ls, we can see the bin, include, lib, and our file. So I'm gonna create a folder. So I'm gonna say mkdir, and I'm gonna call this folder src, which stands for source, for our Django source. And we need to activate this virtual environment. So we're gonna say source bin/activate, and as we can see here, we have DJ plug. So now we've just activated our virtual environment. So let's install Django. Install Django. This will install the latest version of Django. So now we've successfully installed Django, pytz, and SQL parse. Okay, this is awesome. So now if we type pip freeze to know the already installed packages, we can see we have Django 2.2.3, pytz, and SQL parse. This is awesome. So now we need to open our src folder. So we're going to say cd src. Let's clear our screen and let's create our Django project. So we're going to say Django admin start project, and I'm going to call this project with the name of plug. So we're going to say plug, and then we will press enter. So now if we open plug, we can see that we have plug folder and the manage.py file. But there's a note here actually. So this is our virtual environment. Then we open src, and then we find another folder with the name of plug. We need our files, those files, to be here on this src. So let's delete this, move to trash, and let's execute this command. Then we will press dot, which extends for creating this project in our path, the src folder. So let's set enter. As we can see, if we open src, we're gonna find the files. So there is no plug folder, then when we open it, we found the files. So directly we will open the files. So now this is awesome. So let's run our server. So I'm gonna say Python manage.py run server. So this is our server. As we can see, we have 17 unapplied migrations, and to apply them, we have to run Python manage.py migrate. So let's open this link. So as we can see here, we have the install worked successfully. Congratulations! And this is a Django documentation and tutorial Django app. This is an app which, if you are a beginner to Django, you can follow those tutorials to learn the basics of Django. And this is the Django community. So now we have Django already installed. This is awesome. And now we have our blog. So it's time that we create our app, our Django app, create some models, and create some views, and create HTML files. We're gonna create a simple project actually. Then we will start creating an account on DigitalOcean and uploading our project. So on the next lecture, we're gonna create our app and our models, views, URLs, and so on. See you. Hi, so on the previous lecture, we've created our virtual environment. We've also created our Django project. So let's open our virtual environment and let's take a look at our home. This is our home right now, the Django. And let's open our code. First, make sure that your virtual environment is activated, and I'm gonna open code in VS Code actually. So this is our code right now. And we need to create our app. So we're gonna say Python manage.py start app, and we're gonna call this app posts or post. So let's hit enter. So this is the name of our app, and if we open it, you can see that we have a new folder with the name of post, which contains the views, the models, the apps, and the admin, and so on. So this is awesome. So now we've just created our new app. Let's open VS Code here. So we have this post. So when we create a new app, we need to add this app to our installed apps and the settings below. So here, we're gonna add our post app, and just like this. And now let's run our server. So we're gonna say Python manage.py run server, and now we will get the same message. We have unapplied migrations, so let's apply those migrations. So we're gonna say Python manage.py migrate to apply those migrations. Just like this. Yeah. Let's clear the screen and let's run our server again. So now let's open the admin, and here we are. So the admin asks us for a username and the password, although we did not create a username and the password. So let's create one. So here I'm gonna say, let's clear the screen first. I'm gonna say Python manage.py create super user as one word, And I'm gonna create super user with the name of admin. The email address I'm not gonna write it, and the password, yeah, just like this. The password is too common. Okay, yes. And let's run our server. So now we've just created our super user. So here, let's type the username, the admin, and the password. So let's hit login. So this is the user in the groups, and this is our Django admin page. So this is awesome. So now let's open our app models, our post app models, and let's start creating our model. So we're gonna create a simple plug actually. So we're gonna say class post, which will inherit from models dot model, and we're gonna say title equal to models dot core field with the max length equal to 15, and we're gonna see the body of this post will be the models dot text field, and we're gonna see the max length equal to 1000, just like this. So let's save this, and now let's take a look at our server. Everything is running. So let's create a make migration and migrate, because we've edited the models.py file. So we're gonna say Python manage.py make migrations. So as we can see, create model post, and let's migrate, and let's run our server. So now we've just created our post model. So let's refresh this page, and there is nothing in the admin. This happens because we did not add this model in our admin file. So to add this, we're gonna say from .models import the post, and we're gonna say admin.site.register the post. Actually, I'm assuming that you know the basics of Django, because this is this course for just deploying the Django project on DigitalOcean, but it's just a simple review. So now let's refresh, and here we are, we have the posts. So let's add a post. I'm gonna say welcome to Django, and so I'm gonna say welcome to Django deploy. So let's hit save, and now we have post object. So we need to retrieve the title. So here in our models, let's define our str method, which will return the self.title. Sorry, this is return self.title. So now let's refresh. So we have welcome to Django. So this is awesome. So now let's open the views, and let's create a view. So we're gonna say div. We can use function-based views or class-based views. Both of them are working. So we're gonna use function. So we're gonna say div post list, which will take a request, and div post detail, which will also take a request and will take the primary key. So now we have the post list and the post detail. So we need to create a URL for this post. So we're going to create a new file here with the name of urls.py, and let's open the main URL. Let's copy this. Let's add it in here. So there is no need for admin, and there is no need also for, let's keep this actually. So now this is, let's import our views. So we're gonna say from .views import, and we need to import the post list and the post detail. Okay, and we're gonna say post list, and we're gonna say the name equal to the post list, and let's duplicate this, and this is the post detail, and this is the post detail, but this will take primary key, and it's an integer, just like this. And here we need to add the app name label, which is for post, and we need to connect this URL to our main URL on the blog. So here we're gonna say both, and we're gonna say blog slash, and this is, let's import include from URLs, yeah, and we're gonna say include post or app.urls, yeah, just like this. So now let's make sure our server is running. Name post is not defined. So now we got an error. Yeah. So now our server is running well. So now we have this node. Actually, let's open our code and let's remove this. Okay. So now we've just created a URL inside our post app. Then we've connected this URL to the main URL using the include. Okay. So now we have the post list and the post detail. So there is nothing called home. So we need to give it /blog, and our view list did not return HTTP response. So we need to retrieve some posts on our views here. So we need to say from.models import post, and here we're gonna say post list equal to, and we'll say post.objects.all, just like this. And we're gonna say the template name equal to, and we're gonna say plug slash listed.html or post slash, and we're gonna say the context equal to, and we're gonna say post list is our post list, just like this. And we're gonna return the render of our request with our template name, and our context. Yeah, just like this. So let's save this and let's refresh our page. So we've got an error. There is nothing called listed HTML template does not exist. So here in our post, we're going to create a new folder with the name of templates, and inside this folder we're going to create another folder with the name of post, the name of our app, and inside this post we're going to create a new file called list.html, and here we're going to say h1 post list. So let's refresh our page. So we still got the same message, template does not exist. So let's in our settings.py, let's move to the templates, and here we need to give it the name of the folder. So we're going to say templates, and here let's refresh our page. So we've got post list. Okay, this is awesome. So let's do the same with the post detail. So let's copy this, and here we're gonna see the post detail. Posted objects dot get, and I'm gonna say pk equal to the pk that we've got from the URL, and this is the detail.html, and this is the post detail. Yeah, just like this. So now let's give it an ID equal to 1, enter, and post detail does not exist. So here let's create a new file with the name of detail.html. You're gonna see here post detail. So let's refresh our page, and there is a post detail. Okay, this is awesome. So here in the post detail, we can give it the title of the post. So we're gonna say title equal to, or we're gonna say h3, and we're gonna say title, and we're gonna say post underscore detail. The context name we retrieved the post detail dot title. So let's refresh. So we have welcome to Django, our post and our ad. Okay, this is awesome. And in the post list, we can loop over posts. So I say for every post in post detail, we will say post.title. So in the list, we should see the title. So let's review for our post. No, sorry, this is post list. So let's refresh. So we have welcome to Django, and if we move to /1, this is welcome to Django. Okay, so we need to connect this the list with a URL. So here in the post, we're gonna see h, and we're gonna close this e tag like this, and here we need to give it a name. So let's open our URL. This is the post detail, and in our main URL we need to give it a name. So we're gonna say name space equal to, and we're gonna say blog. So here in our list, we're gonna say URL equal to, and we're gonna say blog colon post detail, and we need to give it the post.bk as a parameter, because post detail takes a bk from us. So now let's refresh. So we have welcome to Django, and when we press on this welcome to Django, we see our post detail welcome to Django. So now we've just created a simple blog which we can create posts from admin. So let's add a new post. We'll see deploy Django on DigitalOcean, and welcome to this post. So let's save this, and we have another post, and let's move to the home, and we have 2 posts, and when we press on this deploy Django on DigitalOcean, so we have deploy Django on DigitalOcean. So now we've just created a simple blog. I assume that you know all we've done right now, just creating a simple project, only one ad, creating a simple model, consists of 2 fields, the title and the body, using the str method to retrieve the title, creating a URL on our post app, just to contain the post list and the post detail, creating let's see the HTML, adding templates, and so on. So I assume that you know everything we've just created right now. So now it's time that we start creating an account on DigitalOcean, setting up our server, then uploading this project to the DigitalOcean. And we're gonna do this but in the next lecture. Hi, so now it's our time to create an account on DigitalOcean. So let's open Safari, and here in Google I'm gonna type DigitalOcean. So here is the website, developer cloud, So DigitalOcean is one of the best hosts for your Django project or whatever projects you are using. So let's move down. We can create an account from here. It has many features actually, with a great dashboard and many features, and it's actually very cheap. So I'm not gonna create an account from this form because actually there is a referral links which we can use to give us more credits. So I'm gonna sign up using this link, which I'm gonna leave in the description notes. You're gonna find this link. When you sign up from this link, you're gonna get $60 as a credit in your account. So I'm gonna sign up from here. So I'll sign up using Google. You're gonna find this link in the description notes. I'm gonna use this account. So now, as soon as you've added your card, you will credit your account. We will credit your account with $50. So now we need to add a credit card or a PayPal account. So I'm gonna add my PayPal account. So now I'll be redirected to my account to pay this $5. So now we're gonna charge our account with $5. So we need to choose one of those Visa cards. So let's say pay now. And here we are, we've just paid $5 to our DigitalOcean account, and now we can create our droplet in our DigitalOcean. And now we've just earned also $50 in our DigitalOcean account. So here we are, this is our account. Let's upload those links. Yeah. So now we have been granted credit to use our DigitalOcean account for $15. So now we have got those $15. This is awesome. So now it's our time that we start creating a droplet, setting up our server, and so on. And we're gonna do all of this, but in the next lecture, we just learned how can we create an account and get granted for $15 on DigitalOcean. So see you next. Just created a DigitalOcean account and we've learned how can we earn $50 credit. So let's move down to the billing, and if we open billing here, we can see that our balance is $55 because we've just paid $5 from my PayPal account, and we've earned $50. Okay, this is awesome. So now let's open our account or my account, and let's create a droplet. So let's say create a droplet. So we're gonna use Debian, and we're gonna get the latest version. Okay, and our plan is standard, and we're gonna use the one with $5 for a month, which has 1 giga CPU, 25 giga SSD disk, and 1000 gigabyte transfer. Okay, so let's move down. We can choose the server that is closer to us or closer to our students or the one who are opening our blog. So let's leave it as Amsterdam actually. So I'm not gonna play with the additional options. One-time password. And let's move down. This is the name of our droplet, and we don't need tags actually. Let's move down. And we can enable backup for $1 per month on this on DigitalOcean. You can check this, but I'm not gonna check this. So let's create our droplet. So creating our droplet will take some time actually, as we can see. And when creating the droplet finish, we will get a Gmail or a message on our Gmail containing our root password and our root username and password. So let's wait. So now we have our droplet ready, and this is the droplet IP. Okay, so now let's open Gmail. I'm gonna open Google, and I'm gonna switch my account to the account I used to sign up in DigitalOcean. This account, and I'm gonna open Gmail. So now I should have a message containing my username and password, and I'm gonna use them for the first time to log in, and DigitalOcean will ask me for changing this password, and we will change it. Then we will update our server, then we will start creating and installing the necessary files. So I have an article on Medium which contains all the information we're gonna need in this tutorial, and I'm gonna leave this article on Medium link in the description, and I'm gonna use it in the next lecture. So let's open this, your new droplet. So now this is the droplet name, this is the IP address, and this is the root, and this is the password. So we can use those information to log into our droplet. So let's open terminal, another one actually, and let's make it kind of bigger. Okay, so let's clear the screen, let's edit this, and let's start logging to our droplet. So now we're gonna say SSH root add, and we're gonna take our IP address. We're gonna take it from here or from here, copy. So let's hit enter, and the authentication of the host cannot be established. Are you sure you wanted to continue? We're gonna say yes. So let's wait. The root password. So we're gonna take this password that DigitalOcean sent on our Gmail, and let's add it. Let's hit enter. And now DigitalOcean will ask us for changing our password for root. So we need to add a new password. So I'm gonna type my new password. Connection closed. Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have written the current password, not the old one. So let's clear the screen and let's connect. Connection refused. So let's open. So let's close the session. So we're gonna say SSH root add. this IP address. Okay. So now we need the root password. So let's open this and let's get this password. And it will ask us to change the password. So first we need to write the current password. Then we need to write the new password. Again. So now we've just changed our password, and if you faced this issue again, the issue of connection refused, you can try this solution, which I found on DigitalOcean. Try this command in your shell, and it will fix the issue. Sudo netstate bl return. Okay. So now we've just changed our password. So we need to update and upgrade our trouble. So I'm gonna say sudo apt get update. So we're just updating our trouble, okay? And sudo apt get upgrade. Yes, so this will install all the upgrades to our Debian server. So now we've just created a droplet, then we've taken the credentials from our Gmail, the username and the password. Then we've logged in using the SSH, and if you faced the issue of connection refused, you're gonna use the command I showed to you 1 minute before, and we're gonna just update and upgrade our droplet. So now our server is up and running with the latest version of its package, and now it's our time that we start creating our virtual environment, installing Django, installing or at least installing the necessary packages for our server to running. And we're gonna do this in the next lecture. See you next lecture. Hi, so now we have our server up and running, and we've just upgraded our Debian OS. So now it's time that we install our Apache, Django, virtual environment, and so on. I'm gonna use an article on Medium that I wrote before, so you're gonna find the link for this article in the lecture notes. You're gonna follow along with this tutorial using this article because it has all the process creating the DigitalOcean account, setting up the server, and connecting the server, updating and upgrading, then installing the packages, editing, creating a project, editing adding the media and the static files to our Django, editing the Apache server, and so on. So we're gonna use this article as our resource. So you're gonna find the link for this article in the lecture notes, as I said before. So let's go on. So first of all, we need to connect to the server. So let's copy this IP, and I'm gonna say SSH root, add the IP address, and we need to type our new password. Yeah, just like this. So now we now connected to our server. So first of all, let's move down. We just updated and upgraded our package. So it's time that we install the Apache. So first of all, we're gonna install Apache 2. So let's hit yes. Okay. Then we need to install those packages: the virtual environment, the Python build, the setup tools, the build essentials tools, and so on. So let's paste this command, set enter, and this. So okay, so now we've just installed all the package that we need. So remember that here, if you are running Python 3, you're gonna use this command. If you are running Python 2, you're gonna use this command. So I'm gonna run this command because I'm using Python 3. So let's hit enter. So let's hit yes. Then let's move down. So now we need to create our virtual environment and start creating our project. So first of all, let's install Virtualenv package to enable us install virtual or create virtual environment like this. So now requirement already satisfied, but this is virtual environment is already installed on Python 2. So we need to run this on Python 3. So we're gonna say pip 3 install virtual. So I'm gonna say pip 3 install virtualenv. So there is no pip 3. So let's go to the command before. Sudo apt-get install. Yeah. So let's move down here. So let's add 3 in here. So let's hit enter, hit yes. And now we're installing those packages for Python 3. Okay, this is awesome. So we have Python 3 pip. Okay. So now let's run this command pip3 install virtual environment, and we should have virtual environment already installed on Python 3. This is awesome. So now let's create this and let's move to the var. This is a path actually, so let's move to this path and let's create a vim folder which extends for virtual environment, and let's enter this vim folder. So we've just created a vim folder and we've entered this vim folder. So now we're in the vim folder. We need to create a virtual environment. So let's create a virtual environment. So there is no Python 3.6, so we're gonna use the Python 3.5 because when we install the package, it is already installed Python 3.5 as we can see here. Python 3.5. Okay, so we're gonna say Python 3.5. So this will create a virtual environment in Python 3.5. Okay, done. So now let's activate this virtual environment. So now we've activated our vim, our virtual environment, and now let's check the Python version because we're gonna use it when we add our Apache configuration. So it's Python 3.5.3. Okay, so now let's install Django. So now we've installed the latest version of Django, Python Django 2 beyond 2.3. Okay, this is awesome. So let's clear the screen. Let's do a list. So now we have our virtual environment. So let's create an src folder. And let's cd this src folder and let's create our Django project. So we're gonna say Django admin start project dj block. So let's hit enter. But we forgot to add the dot. So let's ls. So we have a folder with the name of dj block. So let's remove this. rm-r dj block. So now we have no folder. So let's execute the same command before, but let's add a dot so that we create the codes or the source code for our project in the src folder, not in an instant folder called the dg block. So let's hit enter. So now if we type ls, we can see that we have the dg block and the manage.py instead of the project folder. Okay. So now let's migrate and let's migrate. And let's create a super user. With the name of admin, email address, put my email address. The password, so we're gonna say the password again. did not match. Okay. Again. So that's better. So now we've just created our super user. Okay, this is awesome. So now let's move down, and it's time that we create our media files and static media folder and static folder. So let's move to the var/w www, and let's create two folders, one for static root and one for media root. So let's do this. So now we have two folders, media root and the static root, and we have our virtual environment. Okay. So now we need to edit our Apache configuration. But before we do this, let's copy our IP address and let's open it in our browser so we can see that we have Apache to Debian default page. Okay, this is our IP right now. Okay, so now let's copy this. Let's open our terminal and let's edit this file. So we have a lot of code in here. So let's remove all of this code. So let's just delete it. And we're gonna add our configuration instead of those configurations. This will take some time actually. I don't know if there is a command to delete all the content, or we could have deleted the file and created a new one. But I don't recommend this way because maybe this file has a permission. Okay, here we are. So now the file is empty, and let's copy those information and add it. But before we add this, let's open it in Sublime and let's add our configuration. So first of all, we have the static root and the media root at the same directory, var/w/media root. Okay, and this is our project name. So our project name is djplug. And this is our project name also. So this is the djplug/w/vim/src and so on. And this is Python 5, 3.5. And this is the project name. So this is djplug. And everything is working fine. So let's copy this. And let's paste it in here, and let's review our code. So this is the project name. Yeah, this is the djplug, and we've added the project name, the djplug, and we've also added the Python version. So now everything is working fine. So let's press Ctrl X, then we hit yes, then we hit enter. So now we've added the configuration for the Apache. So we need just to give permissions to the files. So let's give permissions for our files. Let's create the screen. Let's give permission to, let's add the user. Then let's add permission for this user on this both. Okay. And on the database, the SQLite to enable us to write data in the database, and also in the directory of venv. So now we've added our permissions. Here we need to add those information to our settings deploy, but first let's restart our server to see the changes. And now let's restart our app. So we've got an error. This allowed hosts add slash and invalid HTTP host header, our IP. So you may need to add this IP to allowed hosts, and I said this actually in the article, so we need to add this information to our allowed hosts. Okay, so let's move to the venv src. That's ls. So we have the dj block. So we're gonna say nano dj block slash settings.py to change those information on our settings.py. So first of all, we need to add our IP in the allowed hosts. So let's say this IP, copy. So let's move down. So here we have the allowed hosts. So we need to add the IP here, and we also should add our domain address, as I said in the article, our domain here like www.mahmoudahmed.com or whatever, and we need to add the static URL and media root configuration. So let's move down. Yeah, just like this. So let's exit. So let's hit Control X, yes, then hit enter, and let's restore Apache. Sudo service Apache to restart, and let's refresh our page, and here we are. We have Django already installed. And let's open the admin page. So let's get this IP slash admin, and now we have our admin. The static files are not working right now, but don't worry. We can add our admin credentials. So let's hit login, save, and this is the site admin. We can see users, groups, and so on. Don't worry about the front end, we're gonna fix it actually. So now we have everything is working as we typed in the article. Everything's working fine. Okay, this is awesome. So now we have everything's working fine. We just need to, first of all, we need to remove the project we've just created on our server and add the project we've coded before on our machine. This is the first thing. Then also we need to fix the admin panel front end, and we're gonna do this. And the last thing, we're gonna learn how can we treat with other database types like PostgreSQL or MySQL. So hope you like this lecture. Do not forget to share your feedback and rating with me. If you faced any error, tell me. Leave a comment on Udemy or leave a comment in this article on Medium. And I'm always here to help you. Hope you like the course, and see you. Hi, so now we've created a Django project on our server, and now we can open our IP address in the browser and see our website. Also in the admin. Don't worry about the front end problem, we will fix it. Okay, so now we need to remove this project and add our project so that we can deploy the project we've created before on our local machine. So I'm going to use an app called FileZilla. So let's download it. There are many options for this kind of files. It is actually an FTP file uploader. So it's actually free. You can download it from here. Download FileZilla client for Mac, for Linux, or for Windows, or whatever operating system you're running. So don't worry. Okay. So I actually have FileZilla before. Yeah. So we have FileZilla. So we need to add the host, the username, the password, and the port number. So first of all, let's add the host. Let's add first the root. Let's add the password. Let's add the host. So this is the IP address. So let's copy it from here. And let's hit connect. connection closed with the server. The password. Authentication failed, so okay. So let's add, yeah, the port number, the 22. Let's quick connect. So connecting to the server. Yeah, so now the connection successfully. So now we have close. So let's move down. So actually, this is our desktop. This is the root folder. So we need to move down. Yeah. And here we need to open the directories that we've added while setting up our server. So let's move down. So we moved to this /var/www. So we need to open this. Where is var? Yeah, this is var. Then this is the www. And this is our virtual environment, the Vim. And this is the static root and media root. So let's open Vim. So now we have the bin, the include, the lib, the shape, the src. This is our project. So first of all, let's go back. So let's ls. So now we have the src. So we need to remove this folder. So I'm going to say rm-r for src. So now I've just deleted this file. So let's refresh. So there is no src. So now let's open the project that we've created, the dgplug on our desktop. This is, we need to copy this src folder in this folder, and the vim folder. Yeah, just like this. And the transfer is already working right now, as we can see here. So let's wait until all of our files are being uploaded to the server. If we uploaded our code in GitHub, we can clone our repository in the server. So now everything is working fine. Okay. So now we've just deleted the old project and we've replaced it with our new project. Okay. So now let's ls. So we have src. So let's open this src, and we have the blog and the post. So those information are quite different than ours, because this is our project name is plug, not dgplug. So we need to edit the Apache configuration, and we need, so let's take this. So first of all, it's not dgplug, src, it's just plug. Also it's here, just plug. And it's also here plug. And also here plug. Yeah, just like this. So let's save and let's restart our Apache server. Sudo service Apache 2 restart, and let's restart our server. We're gonna have an error, invalid HTTP host, so we need to add this to allowed hosts as we did before with the old project. So we're gonna say nano plug settings of B1. So let's move down to the allowed hosts. And we need to add our server IP address in here. And if we have a domain, we should add a colon and add the domain information in here between single quotes. Okay. We also need to add our static and the media files for settings. So let's move down. So let's add those informations at the end of the file. So let's move down. Let's copy this and let's press Ctrl X, yes, enter. And let's restart our Apache server and let's run our site. So now we have our admin, so let's press login. Yeah, we need to add the other password. So let's hit login. So attempt to write a read-only database because we did not add the permissions to this database. So we already did this before, but we did this on the old database, not on the new one. So we need to execute those commands again. So let's execute those commands. And let's restart our server. So the service Apache 2 restart. Okay, so here let's refresh, send, and here we are. There is our Django documentation. This is awesome. And if we open the IP address without the admin panel, just for home, it's not found. So let's open the blog /blog, and the blog we have welcome to Django and deploy Django on DigitalOcean. So if we open this, we will see the article, and if we open this, we will see the article. This is awesome. So now we have only one problem to be fixed, the front end. So here, let's clear the screen. So I'm gonna say Python managed py collect static, just to collect the static from our source of Django to our new static and the media files. So let's hit enter. So now 190 file has been copied to this static root. So now let's restart our server and let's refresh our page. Here we are. So now we have our Django documentation, the Django demonstration. We can add a new post to our site. So we're gonna say mission done. So I'm gonna say finally we have our site running on DigitalOcean. Yeah. So let's hit save. And here we are. So now we've just created a new blog post. So let's move to the book. Yeah, and we have mission done. So let's open this, and here we are, mission done. So now we've just done everything in the right way. We've just created sample Django project. We've created an account on DigitalOcean. We've set up our server. We've installed Apache, and we've set up everything. We used this article or my article on Medium. You will use, or you're gonna follow the instructions here to do everything. Then we've learned how can we delete the old project or the project we've just created in our server and upload our project which we've created in our local machine. So now everything is working fine. But what if we need to change this database? No one uses the SQL database on the production. You may use it while in the development, but in the production you need a strong database, a very secure database. So we need to install MySQL or PostgreSQL. It's a recommended database for Django projects from all the developers. So now we need to learn how can we install PostgreSQL or MySQL in our server, and how we connect this database to our Django project. And we're gonna do all of this, but in the next lecture.